Hey, this is Reggie Fab coming at you for week 6 and 7 of my year of living differently. As you might be able to hear, I have been struggling with some sinus issues for the past 2 weeks. That's why I'm doing a combined 2 weeks, because I wasn't able to speak really well last week. I actually think that it has a lot to do with the oil pulling, the detoxing that I've been doing. I've been reading up, and a lot of people are having issues with sinus and problems and a lot of mucus drainage and that sort of thing. But it's your body getting rid of all of the gunky stuff in it. So I haven't really been feeling poorly. I just haven't had a lot of voice, and I've had a lot of sort of congestion and drainage. So that's where I've been for the past week. I do apologize, but I've got 2 weeks of Pinterest fun, so let's get to it. So in this week of all things Pinterest, I really wanted to look at Yummy for Your Tummy, my board with a lot of recipes, as well as waste reduction. So in Yummy for Your Tummy, one of the suggestions they had was cucumber subs. I have been trying to have a wheat-free, gluten-free diet, and that's a struggle. It really is. So I was really intrigued by the idea of the cucumber subs. And I tried it. I tried it with a cucumber, the cheese spread that they recommended, and some lean turkey breast. And what was surprising was not only was it really good, it was really filling. I didn't think that cucumbers would be particularly filling, especially when you're subbing them for bread. But I did. I went to a play after that for about 2.5 hours, and I wasn't hungry at all. I was really surprised at how filling it was. So that it's not the most delicious thing you've ever eaten, but for a quick, healthy snack on the go, you're trying to cut down on your carbs, it really is fantastic. Highly recommend it. And the link will be below in the video description box. The second thing I tried was putting hummus and tomato on a bagel. I've been using the Udi's gluten-free bagels. Not too many of them, but just occasionally. And with a nice hummus spread and tomato, again, pretty tasty, pretty filling. I recommend highly you put some oregano and pepper on it. But it was quite yummy. I was really impressed. And the third thing that I made was the veggie and chickpea curry. Now, where this gets interesting is anybody who knows me knows I am a total spice wimp. It's sad, it's pitiful. Freshly ground black pepper will have me running for water. So why on earth I thought I could make a curry that had chili peppers in it, serrano chilies at that, is just kind of sad. However, I made it and I tasted it. It was really good. And then my brother finished it off because it was too hot for me to eat. But for anybody out there who is not a spice wimp, this was a really, really delicious curry. Great slow cooker recipe. I am a big fan of slow cookers as well because you can get them started and do other things. You know, we live in a multitask society, and the more things that I can do food-wise that are healthy that allow me to do other things that I need to get done, the better. So for my second board, which is waste reduction, I'm really looking at some things I can do to slim down and to get leaner and meaner. That is my goal. I have been steadily losing weight since the beginning of this year, which has been awesome. A lot to do with the food choices and things that I've been trying through this year of living differently. So I'm really glad to report on that. And so, as most of you know, I hate exercise. I really do. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate running. I hate anything that doesn't involve other people and the accomplishment of a goal. I'm much more of a sports person as opposed to exercise, but I know that I need exercise in order to be healthy. So I tried to look at a few exercise plans that might actually work for somebody like me who really hates to exercise. So the first one was the 5-4-3-2-1 workout. What I really liked about this is that all of the exercises that are included are really for 30 seconds to a minute. So for somebody who hates to exercise and doesn't really want to do the same thing for that long, the mixing it up repeatedly and just knowing that you only have to do it for a minute really, really works. And it was a good cardio workout, good solid little 20-minute get you going exercise plan. So I highly recommend that. The link is below as well. Also, I'm trying to tone up the midsection here. I looked at 6 core ab moves as well as ways to get rid of muffin top. Now, the 6 core ab moves are no joke. I mean, my abs and my sides were hurting. Which tells me it's really effective, so that's good. I did like it. I like some moves better than others. I literally like the putting your legs up and moving them from side to side. And the abdominal stretch up, which is hard. It looks easy, but it is not. I really like that as well. That was pretty good. Ways to get rid of a muffin top, however, that one I thought worked really well. It was good. It's something I can do at night pretty easily while I'm getting ready for bed. And also, really great workout. The side bends and the stretches weren't, and the twist weren't so much challenging, but very easy to do. But the jackknife really does work your midsection very well. So a nice balanced approach if you're trying to target specific areas. The third area I looked at in waist reduction was Dr. Bob's Skinny Rolls. Now, some of these weren't that big a deal for me. You know, eat meatless at least one night a week. Well, I'm actually just now starting to eat meat, so not eating meat several nights a week is not a big deal for me. But there were a few that were kind of interesting that I just wanted to pinpoint. One is drinking a glass of water with every meal. And what I have now done is, even for meals where I'm going to have tea or I'm going to have juice or coffee or what have you, is I just have a glass of water with that. And that's actually been pretty easy. And it's great at restaurants. I always ask people to bring me, if I'm drinking something else, that plus a glass of water. I try to make sure I have at least 3 glasses of water to whatever glass it is that I'm drinking, especially when I'm out. And that's been really good. Being hydrated makes such a difference. As I said, I've been trying to knock out the flour and the wheat. That's also on his list as far as that and grains. So that's a struggle. It's amazing how much stuff wheat is in. I went to make Tex Madi rice and wheat flour was in the rice. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So reading food labels is another one that's on his list. And I have now become it's like reading the dictionary every time I go to the store, because if I'm not recognizing what it is, my body's probably not recognizing what it is, and it just gives it that much more work to do to try and figure out what to do with whatever this chemical is you've given it. So really trying to make sure that I'm cutting out a lot of that chemical process. All that stuff has been really great, and I feel so much better. I think one of the great things in this year of living differently for me is how much better I physically feel. A lot of that has to do with the detoxing that I've been doing. A lot has to do with the food choices I've been making, just eating better food. But I think one of the biggest things has been the stress reduction in my life. I know lots of times it's really hard. We're working, we're so busy, there's so many things on us, and we are just stressed. And I think we've accepted that a lot of times, that this is what it is, this is where it has to be. But I have been able to reduce my stress probably for about 75%, and I feel so much better. The things that I can do something about, I do something about. And the things that I can't, why am I worried about it? I'm trusting in God and that they will take care of themselves, and what will be will be. If I can't do anything about it, why am I stressing over it? So I used to spend a lot of time really thinking and mulling and looking at every possible situation. And I still do that to some extent. That's a personality quirk. But I don't do it to the point that I'm really, really stressing over it anymore. And I feel so much better. My skin is better. I do sleep better. My blood pressure is the lowest it has been in decades. So it's really great. I am loving this new lifestyle. And again, the thing that's great is I go through weeks and I try things, and things that I like that work for me, I include them in as a part of my lifestyle, and things that don't, I tried it, now I know, and I move on. So that's the great thing about the way that I'm doing this, that it's really experimental and you can see what works for you and what doesn't. Also today, I'm proud to report that I got my library card. I believe it is the first library card I have had since I was a student. As a matter of fact, I went in and I was expecting a paper card with a little metal bar on it that they used to run through the machine. I don't know if you all are old enough to remember that, but yeah, it's been a while since I've had a library card. I wasn't really prepared for the keychain plastic card that you scan. But I got 4 books and I'm really, really excited just to continue taking advantage of opportunities for free learning. The more you know, the more you know. So that's kind of awesome. As I have been doing a lot of physical detoxing, and I've been doing a lot of mental detoxing, I've been writing so much more, which has been great. I've been doing the 750 words most days. I've been doing that pretty regular. It's just a great mind dump just to get your mind clean for the day and then be able to focus and be more productive. So I really thought about how well those things have been working for me. And so next week is about emotional detoxing. Really just trying to get rid of the things in your life that are bringing your spirit down, that bring your energy down, that give you negativity, and letting that go. So that will be next week. And until then, bye.